Hey yo, Amber, you know what time it is, right? It's time to read your stories, your cringe baby daddy, ex-creepy manager stories. I hope they're not that terrible this week. You know how I do. I skim them. I stop before I read the whole thing, and then I read them on camera. So let's not waste time, right? Let's jump into it. So I had a situation with a flirty coworker. Seems about right for the series. That would follow me everywhere, pretty much. When you say pretty much, where did they draw the line? Like, were they following you to the bathroom? Because that's unacceptable. Were they following you to, I could see them following you to like whatever place you're getting your lunch from when you would go on break. You know, like they would tag along. Coincidentally, they would have the same time that to go on break with you. Let's keep reading to find out. I unfortunately had hooked up with him, so it was kind of my fault. I guess like half of it's your fault. I can say that, but you can't take blame for the fact that they're still following you. What boundaries did you set after that hookup? You know what I mean? And there was one day I was working on an aisle while he was on his break, and he pulled up a chair and sat behind me to watch me work. And then, just to make it not so awkward, I jokingly complained about being tired from working. All right, I'm gonna stop there. I see what you were trying to do. You're joking you're tired, whatever, right? It's an innocent joke to you. But when you tell a man that you're tired, he becomes a masseuse. You know what I mean? He becomes like a savior. He thinks you telling him that you're tired, that means I want to do it. You fill in the blanks as to what do it means. So I'm hoping that out of all the scenarios, that it's like a shoulder rub, that you say no. And I hope that's the worst of where this goes. Jokingly complained about being tired from working, and then he jokingly in quotations, patted his lap, implying he wanted me to sit on it. I guess the lap is better than some other places. And then winked at me. The wink is unacceptable, 100%. And I'm almost positive he bit his lip too. I'm not laughing because it's funny. You know how I laugh at these things, and they're not funny. I'm laughing more like, you know, he would do that a lot when he would make flirty comments. After the first time doing it, after the first time like winking at you and biting his lip and it not working, for me, I would stop. You know what I mean? It's like with stand-up. You go to open mics, you try out the joke. If the joke works, you keep it. If the joke doesn't work, you never say it again. If I wink at a girl, which I genuinely have never winked at a girl outside of it being a skit, and I bit my lip with people who more like in a comical way, with people that had agreed to be in a relationship with me. You know, I'll be silly with it. You know, like you know, corny, creepy, corny. But never have I done. But if I was to do that in real life, and it didn't work, I would never do it again. So to do it multiple times like that is crazy. But I will say this: he didn't touch you, so that's a plus. He patted his lap and said that's still very terrible. But I'm unlike a lot of the other stories that I've read, I am very grateful for you that he didn't touch you in this story, because that's where it seemed like it was gonna go. So I will deem this a happy ending compared to most stories. All right, moving on. To start, I worked at Rainforest Cafe. They closed, right? I think they went bankrupt. I went there for my sister-in-law's birthday party once. My little sister-in-law, she's like over 10 years younger than me and my wife. Um, I could 100% see something terrible happening in the back, even before reading the story. Just the way the place is set up. A kid-centered place, I know. Just because it's a kid-centered place don't mean that the adults are making it rain back there in someone's pants. The uniform is khakis, boots, and a green button-up, kind of like Steve from Blue's Clues. That is XXL no matter the size, okay? Oh, where is this going? I'm dying to know, because the fact that you just enlightened us with the dress code, I'm dying to know what's next. Creepy Guy 1 saw I had a button missing between my boobs. I'm picturing it. I'm sorry for picturing it, but you gave that visual. Now, if you knew Creepy Guy worked there already, I'd hate to put the blame on you here, just a little bit, but should have taken care of the button. Because I know Creepy Guy, he thinks that's the airport he's supposed to be landing at. I saw a button missing between my boobs and pointed at it. Like, oh man. I'm again not laughing because it's funny. He was like, "What's that?" I saw him pointing at my chest, but didn't see it. He ended up putting his finger in the gap / hole. I would have left it. As you're writing it, I would have just left it gap, because the hole makes it a lot worse. Winding it, twirling his finger. Yo, slap. That's what you should have done. Rainforest Cafe, slap. First time a coworker slaps their coworker at Rainforest Cafe. Make it Bloodbath Cafe. Man, that's unacceptable. Nah, dude. Nah. What was your relationship with this guy like prior to that? Did y'all play like this or something? Because this I would never like 0 to 100 like that. You know, not even with like a friend, let alone a coworker. Twirling his finger, going on about it, how I should get that taken care of before someone got in trouble for seeing it. CEO, like the manager skits that I do. He's wrapping the inappropriateness in store policy. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like slapping someone's ass at work and saying, "This is what you don't do." You know what I mean? He thinks it's acceptable because he's reminding you of workplace policy. Like, again, it's like if I were to say, "Yo, you're looking too sexy for this place today, for the customers." You know what I mean? I just said something very inappropriate, but at the same time, I'm wrapping it in workplace policy to make it seem like I'm helping you. I'm not defending this, obviously. I'm just explaining what this guy's trying to do. Going on about how I should take care of it. I was only 18, and this guy was probably 67 years old, right? So I thought he meant for me for having a dress code. Yeah, see, at that age, I guess you fell for it a little bit. Like he was trying to be nice, but in hindsight, you see, he ain't trying to be nice. He just wanted to twirl that. I'm gonna stop. Thankfully, a bartender saw that he had cornered me. I was 98 pounds. He cornered you during this? Again, I guess you're 18, you're not gonna want to slap a 67-year-old, but still. Cornered you, put his finger there? No. Smack, kick, bite, spit. Take glass from passing by waiter, pour it on his ass. 98 pounds, he was about 250. I love how you like sized him up like one of those how many jelly beans in this jar at the carnival. He's about 250. And asked if he had just gone hands-on. I don't even know what that means, so I'm not even gonna wonder. I shook my head yes. About 30 minutes later, she was like, wait, what? Oh, okay. I think I'm reading it right. Someone asked you. Yeah, that will never happen again. And it did it. Okay. So, terrible story. I'm glad Rainforest Cafe closed after that. But, man, again, 18 years old, you don't know what to do in that situation. They never do it to someone that, like, has enough life experience to correctly work out immediately what you do in that situation, which is, again, punch to the balls and smack to the face and pour. Let's move on. A few years ago, I was reconnected with a guy I dated in high school. Probably the most innocent story starting off so far. Sounds like a sweet romantic Disney tale. He now refers to himself as a God-fearing alpha male. Man, it's one thing to proclaim I'm a God-fearing man, depending on the setting, right? Like I'm a God-fearing man, but if I say that at like a kid's birthday party to one of the other parents randomly, it doesn't sound correct, but him as a God-fearing alpha male is a whole different beast. To refer to yourself as an alpha male is crazy work. It gets better. No, it doesn't. I know it don't. I moved from the West Coast to Florida. I hear things about Florida, just like some shady stuff. He asked in all seriousness if I'd be his low-key, long-distance, no-commitment girlfriend. That's a mouthful. Let's say it again. Low-key, long-distance, no-commitment girlfriend. Is he selling like something in an infomercial at night? You know, like a really hot microwave that cooks in 3 minutes. That's the way this is, like low-key, long-distance, no-commitment girlfriend. Okay, let's hold on. I know it's a short story. We should get through it, but hold on one sec. Let's low-key. So what is it? Secret? You gonna keep it a secret or something? Or is it just like, yo, we're gonna do some low-key stuff? Nothing serious. Maybe go to Applebee's. Long distance. We're gonna keep it low key and keep it far away. In terms of like the physical aspect of that, what fun is that? And especially if you're keeping it low key. No commitment girlfriend. Okay, now that makes it. He just wants to keep you there and call on you when he needs you physically, I guess, which is awful. He's using you like, you know how the Power Rangers would call their Zords? Well, that's what he would do, I guess, which is, he is making you into just this thing that he has whenever he wants it. And it's low key. He thinks it's okay because he framed it as this low key. You know, it's not that serious, so don't be offended. He also told me I was a 1 in a million because girls can't genetically be funny, but somehow I am. Plot twist. He blocked me when I said no. That's a blessing. You just turned into a God-fearing alpha female. Oh my God. The genetically funny thing really pissed me off. Because there are really funny girls. My wife's hysterical. She makes me laugh all the time. Which is why she's my wife, but now I feel like I'm that dude because I was impressed by how funny she was. Which low-key, did I feel that way? I hope not. I don't think so. But my God, he was very wordy with the things he would say. Like genetically fun, like, wow, dude. Wow. That's it. That's it. Thanks for watching this. Sorry y'all had to go through that, the ones in the stories. Terrible stuff, but keep sending them in. You know where to send them, aojoey.com under the Submit Your Story tab. I got a show October 12th at the Whiskey Cellar. Go get tickets. There's like a little less than half left now to fill up the room. Tickets are going now. Tickets are moving. So if you want to come see me in New York, go buy those tickets. It'll mean a lot to me. And then outside of New York, the next place I'm gonna hit is probably Connecticut, and then we'll take it from there. So, yo, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support. Keep an eye out for creepy dudes, man. And yeah, I love you all.